Alright guys, welcome back. We are now on part 3 of Sentinels of the Multiverse, and we are now going to fight against Citizen Dawn and the Citizens of the Sun. So this time, we're going to try and unlock another variant, so we're going to go ahead, we're going to try and unlock Wraith's variant. And with her, we'll bring Tempest, let's bring Legacy because it's Legacy. Let's see, who else? Yeah, we'll bring Tachyon, well, Super Scientist Tachyon, because she's ridiculous. And we'll bring Visionary. And we will fight them in the Ruins of Atlantis. Alright, so Dawn is one of the hardest villains in the game. She comes out very quickly, and basically, well, you'll see. Right off the bat, she starts with 5 of her minions called Citizens in play. Though Dawn herself does count as a citizen. So, she's one of the starting 5. Oh, great. Okay, so basically, right off the bat, she has a bunch of guys. She's attacking early. Citizen Assault. At the end of the villain turn, this card deals each hero target 1 melee, and if Battery is in play, he deals +1 damage. Thankfully, Battery is not in play, so he's only dealing 1 damage, so we don't care who takes damage. Now, Citizen Hammer. At the end of the villain turn, he deals each hero 3 fire damage, so we've already taken 4 damage right off the bat. And then Citizen Spring heals all the citizens at the end of each turn. Fortunately, everyone's at full health, so it doesn't matter. Then Citizen Dawn hits herself because of Channel the Sun, and Citizen Anvil is a pain in the neck because he gives all citizens damage reduction, and then he keeps reviving Citizen Hammer as long as he's out. Alright, so let's go ahead and we'll start off with Lightning Reflexes, which allows Tachyon to play 2 cards in a single turn. And we'll just play these 2 guys. And now it's time to start experimenting. We'll go ahead and experiment on the Wraith, see if we can get some equipment out. We cannot. Alright, so we get to blow up an ongoing or environment. So we will break the Channel the Sun because or Channel the Eclipse. We do not want Citizen Dawn taking extra, or playing extra cards. No, and she has to destroy a card, so we'll blow up the Research Grant because we don't really need it. Alright, Legacy's turn. So let's go ahead and heal everybody with Inspiring Presence. And then we will Galvanize. Alright, so now it is Wraith's turn. She doesn't really have a lot she can do at the moment. So we'll just go ahead and give her her combat stance. What this does is, it's similar to the Flame Barrier. Basically, Wraith will counterattack whenever she takes damage. Alright, so now it is Tempest's turn. So, let's see. Gene-Bound Shackles is pretty good. The damage he deals to the villain with the highest health is +2. But right now that's just Citizen Dawn, so it doesn't really do a whole lot against these guys. I actually kind of wish I brought Haka with me right now. So instead, we will give him his Electrical Storm, which is a free 1 damage to all enemies at the beginning of each of his turn. And then, of course, his basic power is 1 damage to all non-heroes. So we'll go ahead and hit everybody for damage. We don't really care the order, actually. Alright, so now Visionary actually does not really have very good options at the moment. So we'll just go ahead and use the Mind Spike. Basically, she gets to hit one target for 3 psychic damage, which will be boosted, and also reduced. So let's go ahead and get rid of Spring so that we can get rid of that healing. And then her power is to have a player draw 2, discard 1. So we'll go ahead and use it on herself. Oh, and she has a free damage to all enemies just like Tempest does, which we'll get to take advantage of next round. We'll get rid of this Mass Levitation. All it does is it reduces environment damage. Not the most useful thing in the world. It is useful against certain environments, none of the ones in the base set, though. And then we have the Phosphorescent Chamber. All damage is +1, all healing is +1, and at the end of each turn, everybody has to discard a card, which is really, really bad when we're already kind of starved for cards at the moment. Let's get rid of that one. Wraith can get rid of this one. Tempest can get rid of his Shackles. And Visionary can get rid of Prophetic Vision, because all that does is just modify the environment. Alright, Dawn brings out Autumn. At the end of the villain turn, destroy all ongoing cards controlled by the hero with the lowest HP. So, Dawn hits Legacy for 4. Then everybody's going to take 2. Well, except for Wraith. Actually, we don't really care about the order. Then everybody's going to take another 3. Oh, actually, Tachyon gets to redirect with Synaptic Interruption. So, now here's the thing about this. If I were to redirect to Hammer, it would kill him, and it would stop him from dealing damage. But I don't actually want to do that, simply because Anvil, it will bring him right back. So instead, we will go ahead and redirect it to Anvil to try and get him. Actually, no, we'll redirect it to Anvil to try and get him out of that. And then also Combat Stance is going to kill Hammer as well. And then, of course, Legacy loses his Inspiring Presence. Alright, so Tachyon doesn't really have any cards to play right now. There's no point to playing Pushing the Limits because she doesn't have anything else to take advantage of it with. So let's go ahead and experiment with Tachyon. And we get to blow stuff up. No, I don't want to destroy... we'll get rid of Combat Stance. Combat Stance is less useful than Electrical Storm. Alright, so... let's go ahead and play Superhuman Durability. What this does is basically gives Legacy damage, severe damage reduction. So if he would take a massive hit, he reduces it by a lot. Alright, so Wraith's turn. We'll go ahead and Impromptu Invention. She gets to draw a card. She gets any equipment from her deck into play, or into her hand if she so desires. So we'll go ahead and take the... what we actually want is the Infrared Eyepiece. This is the key to unlocking her variant, is we need both infrared eyepieces. Or rather, 2 infrared eyepieces in play. Right now we only have 1. So we'll go ahead and use that, and look at her... let's look at Dawn's deck. So we've got Return with the Dawn, which shuffles the villain trash and reveals until a no, we don't want that. Citizen Summer deals the 2 heroes with the most cards in play 3 fire damage each. We'd rather deal with Summer because she has more... because we can deal with DPS, but the constant reviving of citizens is a little too much. And we'll also damage reduction Wraith. Alright, Tempest's turn. So, everybody's going to be taking some damage. Well, everybody's only going to be taking 1 damage, unfortunately. Because Inspiring Presence is gone. which sucks. Alright. So, into the Stratosphere. Select one non-indestructible villain card in play other than a character card and put it on top of the villain deck. And then he hits the highest target for 2 damage. So basically what that does is, actually, it gives us a turn. So we'll go ahead and put Autumn on top of Dawn's deck, and then he'll hit Dawn for 2 damage. And then we can go ahead and use his power to clear out the rest of her citizens. So, bye-bye Anvil and your damage reduction. Bye-bye Assault. And Dawn herself is now going to take 2 damage. Alright, so let's go ahead and get Demoralization out. And let's start getting Tachyon some cards. And we can get rid of... No, let's get rid of Sucker Punch. Alright, so the Ruins of Atlantis now brings out the Mystical Defenses. At the end of the environment turn, this card deals each non-environment target 2 damage. So everybody takes damage with this while this thing is out. This is both useful and really bad. It's useful in that it can help clear Dawn's minions, but it's really bad in that it hurts. Alright, highest health is going to be Wraith, I think. Yeah, we'll have a Wraith be the highest health. And then, of course, Legacy stuff gets blown up again because he's still lowest health, which sucks. Alright, so let's go Fleet of Foot. Everybody draw some cards. And then we'll go ahead and start pushing the limits. And we'll just get rid of the blinding defenses, or the mystical defenses now, so we don't have to deal with it later. And Tachyon will experiment on the Wraith. Oh, and we hit. Alright, so Legacy's turn. We'll just go ahead and punch something. And boost damage. Alright, so Wraith's turn. For now, we'll just drop the combat stance back out. Eyepiece Dawn. And... oh, look. Summer's going to stay on top, I guess. And then we will Stunbolt Autumn and get her out of there. Now it's Tempest's turn. Oh, well, he would have just cleared her out anyway. Oops. Get Shielding Winds out. Shielding Winds is similar to Legacy's superhuman durability, but it's for the entire team. It just doesn't heal or doesn't protect quite as much. It only prevents 2 instead of 3. Alright, so let's go ahead and precog. And we actually need Citizen Sweat. Citizen Sweat is actually one of the 3 citizens we need in order to unlock the alternate Baron Blade. So we'll put her on top. The only problem is the 3 citizens necessary, Blood, Sweat, and Tears, combine to make life a living... very painful, let's put it that way. Alright, so let's go ahead and Enlighten Legacy, because we want to try and dig him down to another... oh, Inspiring Presence. Excellent. And we don't need double danger sense. Alright, and the Ruins of Atlantis bring out the Kraken, which hits the lowest health for 5 melee damage. Ow. And, of course, because 5 citizens are in the discard pile, Dawn merges with the power of the sun. She is now immune to damage, and if there are 4 or more citizens in play, she flips back, and she cannot flip again. But she gets to play an extra card each turn, and she plays Devastating Aurora. This is the reason why Dawn is a pain in the ass, because she blows up everything. So, destroy all ongoing cards, or all hero ongoing cards. Destroy all hero equipment cards. And then destroy all environment cards. So, all of our setup is now completely gone. Alright, let's see. How many... Oh, yeah, I've got more than enough bursts. Unfortunately, we need to leave Citizen Sweat in play. See, the way that Dawn's, or the Baron Blade unlock works is you have to kill Citizen's Blood, Sweat, and Tears in a single round. So we need to allow Citizen Sweat to be in play, who basically gets to blow up a hero ongoing card each turn. And while if Tears is in play, she blows up all the ongoings controlled by a single hero, and if Blood is in play, she hits that hero for as much damage as was destroyed by that card. So, yeah, she's annoying. But we can go ahead and get them lowered in damage, at least. Alright, so we want to go ahead and get... try and see if we can get Accelerate Wraith. Alright, that does not help. Alright, so... let's go ahead and heal everybody up. Boost some damage. Alright, the other problem is we need to let Citizen Dawn get enough citizens in play to flip back so that we can actually take her out. Let's play the Mega Computer. This reduces damage dealt by the environment. Alright, so... and we do not want to use one of Tempest's powers because we want to keep Citizen Sweat in play until the other two show up. So let's go ahead and precog the top of Dawn's deck. Oh, and of course, there's Blood and Tears. Alright, so let's go ahead and get Blood on top. Now, actually, this is not necessarily a bad thing, because Tachyon's Experiment can be used on the same, or on the villain deck. So, since the bottom 2 cards of the villain deck are both citizens, we can have Tachyon cheat them into play with Experiment, and then try and clear them out in one turn. Though, actually, now that I think about it, I should have put... oh, actually, you know what? We're going to rewind a little bit. We are going to precog Blood and Tears to the bottom, so Battery is going to go on top. Because he only hits the hero with the highest health, and then Blood and Tears will put on the bottom to have Tachyon Experiment out. Alright, so, and actually, let's go ahead and use it on Wraith. And we can get rid of this. Alright, so Ruins of Atlantis brings up a leaking room. We cannot play hero cards, all lightning damage is +2, and then at the start of the environment turn, this card blows up. Well, it's a good thing we have Tachyon. Battery comes out. So does Citizen Dare. All heroes take +1 damage. When Citizen Truth enters play, each hero takes 1 irreducible psychic damage, and this thing blows up, and Citizen Dare cannot be one of the initial citizens. It's 4 damage. Tempest can be highest. That's annoying. Alright, we can't play hero cards. But we can... Oh. Yeah, I think I can get away with it. Alright, well, let's see what happens. Let's see if we can deal enough damage to clear out all 3 of these guys. Alright, so throwing knives, we're going to hit this one for 2. Hit blood for 2. And hit tears for 2. And damage is dealt of that type. Oh, he doesn't have enough. Crap. I don't have enough damage to actually take out... Oh, no, actually, okay, we do have enough. So let's go ahead and skip back, because if I switch it to lightning damage, the leaking room will cause him to deal enough to be able to clear out the citizens. Alright, so let's go ahead and Squall. So now that he's dealing lightning damage, he deals enough to clear out blood, sweat, and tears. And since we defeated Blood, Sweat, and Tears, we have unlocked Baron Blade. The Mad Bomber. Alright. So now, the thing of it is, we still need to get 3 more citizens in play. Actually, how many is it? 4 or more citizens. So 2 more citizens in play to flip Dawn back. Alright, so let's go ahead and we'll have Legacy draw 2, try and get yet another Inspiring Presence. Pillars of Heracles. Players may play an additional card, use an additional power, and draw an additional card during each of their turns, but at the beginning of each turn, we play the top card of the villain deck. Oh, yay. Dawn heals to full. Or Dawn heals, and then all the citizens heal to full. Great. Great. Tachyon can be the highest. This is bothersome. We can either skip our turn to break the pillars, or actually, how do we break the pillars? Yeah, so we can, after the villain card is played, we can skip the rest of the turn to break the pillars, or we can keep them in play to try and take advantage of them. So, yeah. As much as I don't want to, it's actually a better idea to keep the pillars in play. until basically until we can get enough citizens in play to flip Dawn back. And so we'll go ahead and we're going to skip. And let's try and get Legacy some stuff into play. Oh, well, we can draw a bunch of cards, sure. Now, the villain deck is 25 cards. Once the villain deck runs out, just like with the hero decks, the deck reshuffles and carry on, basically. Alright. Oh, yay. Dawn regains another. It doesn't matter, they're all at full health. No, we do not want to skip the rest of our turn, unfortunately. But we do want a Motivational Charge. Motivational Charge lets me heal my team, which is really good. And let's see, we'll go ahead and next evolution. Let's boost damage. And punch Citizen Truth, because we need to start weakening him. Everybody, doesn't matter. Alright, so let's see. Okay, so we have our 4... Oh, no, we do not want to skip. So we'll go Impromptu Invention, grab Infrared Eyepiece, into play, play the second eyepiece, and the Utility Belt. Now that we have both Infrared Eyepieces in play, well, that goes on top. And we use the second Infrared Eyepiece. Oh, great. Well, it doesn't matter which one. And since we use both Infrared Eyepieces in a single turn, that unlocks the alternate Wraith from Rook City, which lets her manipulate the environment deck with her power. Alright, so... just stealth. Alright, so we'll go ahead and switch him over to... it doesn't matter. And then everybody takes 2 damage. Oh, I should have had him switch to energy. Oh well. Alright, so now we need to discard cards. So let's go ahead and get rid of... Sucker Punch can go away, and... Hypersonic Assault. No. Let's see... Interruption and Danger Sense. That's one thing that happens with Wraith, is she tends to have a ton of cards in hand by the end game. We can get rid of this Trust Fund. Oh, what the heck? We can get rid of this Grievous Hailstorm. And... both Grievous Hailstorms, sure. And then finally Visionary, Rest the Mind, and Mind Spike, sure. No, actually. Because we can Flash Flood away the pillars. Oh, wait, actually. Crap. Hold on. Let's back that up a sec. First, let's actually, play a card. And then we'll blow up the pillars. And of course, Citizen Truth personal damage reduction is a pain in the neck. Alright, so let's go ahead and twist the ether. What this does is you put it on a character, and it lets you change the type of damage they deal, as well as either increase or decrease it at whim. So we'll go ahead and put it on Tempest, because he can deal mass damage. Alright, and then let's get rid of Aquatic Correspondence. He can draw plenty of cards. Atlantean Font of Power. At the end of the environment turn, play the top card of the villain deck, which is Return with the Dawn, which lets her res a citizen each turn. What does this do? Then we play the top of each hero deck in turn order. If the played card is a limited card already in play, it's discarded and we keep going until we hit a non-limited card. So what does Tachyon get? Sonic Vortex. Sure, we'll put Truth down to 1 health, and then stop dealing damage because nothing else will happen. Top card of Legacy. He already has Motivational Charge, so... great, both Motivational Charges. Ooh, Legacy Ring. I'm fine with that. Wraith flips up a targeting computer. All her projectile damage is +2 now. Tempest draws 3 cards. Okay. Seems fair. And then Visionary flips up Brain Burn. Well, that just nullified Return with the Dawn. Unfortunately, Visionary is now almost dead. Alright, and now Dawn is back to normal. Now she will never flip again. And... oh, and she plays another Return with the Dawn. Okay, I'm fine with that. And now Summer comes out. Alright, now everybody's going to be taking some cold damage. It doesn't really matter. The order... oop. Wow, everybody is really getting low. Okay, the primary objective of this, however, which is getting the Mad Bomber Baron Blade alternate, has been achieved, which is good. Alright, so let's go ahead and Fleet of Foot. Oh, we still have the damage bonus, which means we can kill Citizen Truth, I think. No, we can't kill Citizen Truth. Crap. Alright, that sucks. Oh. Actually, yes, we can. We just need to back up a little bit. Alright, so let's get Pushing the Limits back out. We need to Lightspeed Barrage Truth so that we can kill him. And second card play will be Fleet of Foot. now we can hypersonic assault to clear, or well, it won't clear them all out, but it'll deal damage to them so that, and they can't deal damage back. Which will buy a turn, but also means that Truth is going to be coming back in a little bit. So we need to clear him out real... let's go ahead and... Tempest. Nothing. Unfortunate. Alright, so... let's give Legacy his Surge of Strength. Boost damage. And charge. It's for 4 damage. Yeah, we'll go ahead and charge Citizen Battery. And we get to heal everybody. Alright, so now... let's see here... so they all cannot deal damage next turn, which is good. So let's go ahead and pop... I can only destroy one ongoing or environment, so I think Channeling the Eclipse is the most important card to get rid of, because of the extra card play. And then... let's go ahead and peek. So what are our options? Devastating Aurora or Healing. Great. Alright, looks like we're going to be double dipping that peek. Because I do not feel like getting Devastating Aurora again. Discard or Healing. I think we'd rather have Healing. Alright, so Tempest, we're going to switch him over to Energy. So damage he deals is energy, and he also reduces damage to self. And... actually, we need to switch him to Healer. So Tempest has Cleansing Downpour, which heals all heroes for 2 health. Very useful at keeping us from, not dying. Unfortunately, it keeps him from being able to do anything else. Alright, so... let's get Visionary some damage. And Enlighten Legacy. Toxic Seaweed. Whenever a hero uses a power, that hero takes 4 toxic damage. And at the end of the environment turn, one player may discard their hand to destroy this card. So, let's see. Meanwhile, you can click on a character to see what they have. Oh, well, Tachyon doesn't need her hand. So, Tachyon's going to pitch her hand to get rid of this. Because, yeah, no. Alright, what am I doing? We do not need to be taking an extra 4 damage per turn. Alright, so they're all going to heal, which is annoying. She gets another Luminous Leadership. All of them are going to try and punch things, which they can't. And then Truth is going to come back. So now it's Tachyon's turn. We do not want Tachyon to take damage. She has taken enough damage. Alright, so we'll go ahead and experiment with Tempest. Oh, Flash Flood, which does nothing. And Reclaim from the Deep. Each player may take one card from their trash and put it on top of their deck, and he may draw a card. So, Tachyon. Well, let's get Blinding Speed back. Actually, no, Fleet of Foot. I'd rather draw extra card or play extra cards. Let's see, what does Legacy have in play? Legacy does not have a motivational charge, so we want him to get back a motivational charge. Wraith wants a grappling hook. Tempest wants his otherworldly resilience, and Visionary can get precog. Oh, and he just draws. Oh yeah, he drew the card he put on top. Right, I knew that. Alright, so Legacy is going to... Let's see... He's going to have to Fortitude. Galvanize, and then Punch Truth. Because Truth is a jerk. Alright, so... let's go ahead and Invention. And we'll get Razor Ordnance into play, so that we don't have to play the one in hand. And then Grappling Hook away one of the Return from the Suns. Or Return with the Dawns. Alright, as much as I want to be screwing with the top of Dawn's deck, I need to get rid of Truth. And then we are going to be throwing knives to get rid of the rest of the citizens in play. Alright, now we finally have some control over this game. Yes, we want to draw a card. Because Wraith's basically entire deck is either in her hand or in play at this point. Drawing a card is always optional unless it says otherwise. Alright, so let's go ahead and switch Tempest over to Energy. Still. And let's see. Do we have any environment or ongoing destruction? We do not. That is unfortunate. So we'll just go to free damage and healing, because we need to get everybody nice and healthy. Alright, so let's see here. I thought I got back... Oh, I got back Prophetic Vision, not Precognition. Oops. Alright, so the option is let Dawn get back a villain from her discard, or take a bunch of damage. Oh, what's this? Oh, or we can just play Mental Divergence and blow it up. I think that is the option. We're going to destroy Return with the Dawn to get rid of Dawn's rezzing ability. She can regain 2 health a turn, I don't care. Alright, so now what are we up against? Another Toxic Seaweed, great! Well, looks like Tachyon's losing her hand again. And she's probably going to flip... No, Blinding Blast. Everybody takes damage, and then she makes us discard cards. Oh wait, doesn't matter. Alright, so Legacy is going to pitch... You can pitch Next Evolution and Danger Sense. Let's see. Wraith has a bunch of stuff she can pitch. Tempest. Let's go ahead and pitch this Reclaim from the Deep. And the Shackles. And then Visionary. You can get rid of this Prophetic Vision and Rest the Mind. Alright, so let's go ahead and experiment with... let's experiment with Visionary. Ooh, Suggestion. Select 2 cards from the villain trash, put 1 on top and 1 on the bottom. So we'll go with Channel the Eclipse and Return with the Dawn. We'll go ahead and put Channel the Eclipse on top because the Channel the Eclipse triggers at the start of the turn, not the end of the turn, so 2 free damage on Dawn. And we'll go ahead and hit Dawn for 3 more damage. And this is why it's a really good idea to bring Visionary along. Even though she's very squishy and dies real easily, while she's alive, she can really screw with the villains. Alright, let's see here. Well, let's go ahead and get smoke bombs out there. Peek. Keep that Channel the Eclipse on top. And then throw some knives. Thankfully, Citizen Dawn can only flip once per game. And we'll keep Tempest on energy, because he's still highest health. Twist Ether. And he'll deal fire damage. Twist Ether is fun because it also can increase or decrease the damage, so boost damage. And oh look, now Tempest is dealing 4 damage for free. Alright, so let's go ahead and... we'll play Vicious Cyclone and attach that to Dawn. So what this does is at the start of the turn, Tempest can pitch up to 3 cards. For every card he pitches, he hits the target for 1 projectile damage, which is affected by all of his boosters. So basically, Dawn is about to start taking a ton of damage. And we'll finally be able to get this, win this game, basically. so let's go ahead and precog, make sure that Dawn doesn't have anything crazy coming up, such as Citizen Dare. Alright, so we'll leave that on top and put Dare on the very bottom of the deck, because we do not want to see that jerk. And we'll blow up one of Dawn's healers. And then the Ruins flips up. What does the Ruins flip up? Hallway Collapse. When this card enters play, each target takes 3 melee damage, and then at the end of the environment turn, it blows up. Cool. Nothing happens. Well, we take a bunch of damage. And then Dawn heals 1 and punches herself for 2. Alright, let's see. And time to start experimenting. Let's experiment with Legacy. Nope, nothing happens. Alright, now it's time to have some fun. We're going to go ahead and use Takedown, which says villain cards cannot be played while Takedown is in play. But at the end of Legacy's turn, the villain hits him for 2 energy damage, which, oh, by the way, Legacy is now immune to. And we're still going to boost all our damage. So now we don't even need to blow up Channel the Sun or Channel the Eclipse. We can just go ahead and and basically just beat the crap out of Dawn for essentially the next 2 turns. Alright, so let's go ahead and Throat Jab Dawn, which also prevents her from being able to deal damage. So basically, at this point, we are just going to deal as much damage to Dawn as possible. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and switch him over to Lightning, because it doesn't really matter. Keep it at Lightning. Rest the Mind. Increase by 1. 4 free lightning damage, and now we're going to pitch a bunch of cards. So let's see, what is this? We'll hold on to that. That we can discard. We're going to hold on to that. That we can discard. And this we can discard. So 4 more, and we get to do it again. So that's another free 12 damage we just did Dawn. And then Tempest still has his card play for the turn, which, oh, by the way, we're going to blast her for another chunk of damage. And he still has his power for the turn. So Dawn is now down to 7 health. Oh, make that 4 health. And make that dead. Well, that was fun. We have successfully defeated Citizen Dawn. Thankfully, Grand Warlord Voss is nowhere near as difficult as Dawn is, though he can potentially burst out damage a lot faster than Dawn can. But stay tuned, you'll see that in the next video. Alright guys, see you in a little bit.